Are you struggling as an entrepreneur or business owner? Not just with making ends meet, but just connecting all the dots and keeping your head above water? Then this episode is for you. Don't forget to share it. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Entrepreneur Insider. I am your host and the founder of the Black Entrepreneurs Network, Tia Robertson. In this episode, we are talking about why you are struggling and how to stop. There are three reasons, the top three reasons that you are probably struggling in your business. Let's dig into them right now. Number one, a solid foundation. I can't tell you how many people I talk to at networking events and client consultations, in my Facebook group, countless other places where people are struggling. And when we actually start to talk about what they did to start their business or to go back and reevaluate their business, they didn't, right? They just found this passion, this niche, this thing, and they just ran. That's perfectly fine. But if you want to actually operate a full business and not just a hobby, you need to know all the things. Yeah, you're not going to know them like the back of your hand. That's why there's teams. That's why there's outsourcing. All those things that we talked about in other videos. But you do need to have a solid foundation. Just like a house, your business is important and it's built upon these cornerstones. So take a step back. Have you talked about or thought about who is your customer? And not just, hey, I want everybody, right? Which a lot of us tend to say, but what do they look like? How much money do they make? Where do they live? Where do they shop? What are their favorite hobbies? Do they have children? You get the gist. It is really important to define your customer to a T. We've talked about this in some previous episodes, so I won't harp on it, but it is important that if you haven't defined your customer or your avatar, that you absolutely do so. The other thing that many people forget to do, they forget to look at who's their competition, not just for what do they do and how we can do it better or do it different, but what are some lessons we can learn? Where are they located? Have they moved? Have they modified their service or their product offerings? What can we learn about what information they share on social media? Now, keep in mind, we don't want to copy, but if there's some lessons that we can learn, we absolutely don't want to recreate the wheel. You want to look at your competition. You want to know who they are, what their strategy is, so you can determine whether you need to modify that same strategy for your business or go in a whole different direction because their strategy doesn't work. Let's take a look at Walgreens and CVS, right? All right, see, the other thing a lot of people don't look at or don't consider, and the reason that they struggle is they don't consider how they're going to operate. Do they have a budget? Where is the money coming from? Where are they going to get new money if the customers and the clients don't come in as planned? Do they need grants? Are they eligible for grants? I know it's super easy to go on the internet and see all these people saying, hey, to start your business, you need an LLC and you need to apply for business credit. But do you need an LLC, right? Do you need business credit? There are a ton of other ways to either operate using your money, other people's money. Have you formed a business entity? What type of entity should you have? Do you have a bank account? Do you have social media? And what social media platforms should you be on? I can tell you right now, hint, hint, you should not be on every platform. Again, when you define that customer, that's going to determine what platform you should be on, what type of content you should be posting, right? Because there are several types of content, whether it's informative, whether it's engaging, whether it's educational. You need to understand the basics of marketing as well as operating. Do you need a team? Do you need a board of directors? What's everyone's role and responsibility? You need to know, do you need to file taxes? Do you need to collect taxes? These are all basics that you need to know. You also need to discuss your strengths, your weaknesses, where there are opportunities for you to improve, and threats against your business. A SWOT analysis, if you haven't heard of that. That's what those letters stand for. There are really some basics that you need to discuss about your business. Where are you going to be located? Will you only remain virtual, or will you have a physical location? You also need to talk about your plans for growth, right? Again, you need money to determine, are you going to upscale to a warehouse or stay in your garage? You need to think about everything from business cards to packaging, if those things apply. Whether you'll bring on someone to design your logo and your clothing in the future as you grow, or whether, again, you'd rather stay as a small entity. And one of the most important things that people forget to talk about is succession planning. If something were to happen to you, God forbid, what happens to you and your business? Whew, that's a lot. I realize it. And that's only the tip of the iceberg that we've covered in this last almost 6 minutes. But the key is, if you don't cover your basics, then you're not prepared when those things come across. One more thing that we didn't talk about is marketing. How do people find you? How do you promote yourself? Are you going to participate in vending events? Are you just going to stream direct to customer through your online? Are you going to wholesale and be in stores? A lot of these things that people watch on Shark Tank and some of these other shows, and they go right over your head because you don't know what it means. I challenge you to take the time that, if you haven't created your foundation, to do so, to go through all the steps. Even if you don't do a formal business plan, download a business plan template or even a business plan app and get the basics covered. Look at your business as a whole, how it'll operate, what help you need, what help you don't, and go from there. If you need any help, I'm here to help. All right. So number 2, the other reason why people struggle, you don't listen. You spend more time talking about your passion, your love, what you do, who you want to reach, that you're not actually listening to the feedback that you're given. Your design sucks. Your business is in a horrible location. Now, yeah, there's always going to be some pros and some cons. The market's down. There's a recession. There's going to be some naysayers. You can't do this. You failed at other businesses. You are a horrible student. It'll take time away from your family. Ignore the noise, right? That goes to your mindset, which is really important. I guess that should probably be number 4, about making sure that you have the mindset to succeed. But again, we won't harp on that, but it is important. But you really need to listen to market feedback. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Are you in Facebook groups for photographers? Are those people letting you know what things work for them, what things don't work for them? Are there people in the group that are looking for photographers and certain services that you don't offer? Maybe you should consider modifying or changing your offer, or even eliminating something that doesn't work altogether. Have you been in business and no one is supporting you? No one wants your thing. You really need to take a step back and ask yourself, why is that? Am I actually answering a need that people have, or am I really driven by what I want? What you want is important, however, it won't pay the bills. You really need to listen. So that can take the form of focus groups, taking polls, just asking for surveys, feedback. Now, again, make sure that you listen to the people that really can impact you and impact your business, not just people who just want to say something. The other thing that goes along with doing more listening than talking, and I always use this adage, which kind of reminds me, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, because we are supposed to listen twice as much as we speak. When you are on those client calls, those discovery calls, at events and conventions, are you actually doing more listening to the people you're conversing with? Now, of course, you want to listen to your potential clients, what it is that they need, right? And you want to respond to how you can help them. But when you're meeting people just in the store or on a phone call, are you doing more talking and talking yourself out of business? Here's a prime example.
Kate. My weekend was amazing. I went to Target. They were having a sale on hair ties. Look at all these hair ties I bought. Do you have a favorite pen? This one is my favorite. It's purple, which is totes my favorite color. Actually, you know what? No, green's my favorite color. Purple's maybe a third. Found it, dropped it. Love this pen. Anyway, I've always just really not liked grape flavored things. I take this hot one, and it was grape flavored, and I like grape flavored things. I don't like grape soda, grape gum. My roommate actually totes in this fall, right? Am I right? Which, by the way, you're wearing a flannel. Love it. Tied around the waist. All the kids are doing it. Really hip. Dig the look. I need to get a flannel.
I have to take this call. Hello?
I'll wait.
Hey, Mom. Oh, no. That sounds like it's gonna...
So yeah, that's when I discovered I really like waffles more than pancakes. Cause pancakes are just kind of boring.
So what are you guys up to?
Hey, we're just talking about waffles. I'm just talking, do you like waffles? Yeah, waffles are dope, right?
Yeah.
And I like them so much more than pancakes.
I need a drink.
Me too.
Yeah.
What's on the menu?
Thinking strawberry margarita.
So into it.
How'd you get out of there?
Oh, I gave her to Fred.
Who is Fred?
Did you know that only 5% of adults actually talk in their sleep? And I'm in that 5%. Isn't that crazy? Did you lose weight, by the way? You're looking pretty good. You're looking pretty thin. Nice, you working out?
Is that easy?
What's the takeaway? Make sure we are listening a little bit more than we're speaking. The third reason you're struggling kind of goes back to number 1. You are not marketing. Now, don't get me wrong, social media is important to some people in their business, but social media is not the end all be all when it comes to marketing. Marketing is how you are going to get your message out in the world. Simply put. So there's several forms of marketing. You can actually go to networking events. You can put a flyer in the mail. You can go door to door, knocking on, talking to people about vacuum cleaners. Of course, there's social media, which includes videos and content and runs the gamut. I think you get what I'm saying. There's radio advertising, there's TV advertising, there's blimps and skywriting. The point is, there are so many ways to market. Even the people that have that little device that sends out a message while you're in stadiums or around a large group of people, they are marketing to share their content. So it's really important that if you haven't determined and created a marketing strategy, that you do so. You want to know what your message is, how you're going to get it out, who you want to get it to, and how do you know it's successful. One key strategy that I am keen on, and I want everyone to know that it is so powerful, is the power of networking. Networking, simply put, is marketing. It's about going out, and you don't necessarily have to leave your home. You can do it virtually, but it's about connecting with new people, new customers, new business owners, depending on the audience and the other attendees at the event. Listening to them, sharing who you are, and in general, making connections. Networking is so powerful. It can get you indoors that other ways of marketing can't. You can reach everyone from the janitor to the CEO. You can make relationships that end up being business relationships, mentoring relationships, accountability partners. You can find clients, you can find customers. All you have to do is be willing to show up and be willing to converse with people. It doesn't mean that you have to come with a pitch. There are people out there that will say that marketing and networking is all about pitching. Pitching is important if you're going to a bank, if you're going in front of investors. You do need to know how to pitch, but pitching isn't everything. Networking is really about being comfortable about who you are and what you do, so comfortable that you can listen to other people. And when you build those relationships, when you show up for yourself, when you show up for the coffee and the in-person play dates, right? Then people get to learn about you and they're willing to work on your behalf. It's amazing the power that marketing and networking can have. You just heard me mention, everything doesn't have to be business related. It could be a job, but it could be a play date. It can be a new friend. It can be a best friend for you, for your family. Okay, I can talk about the benefits of networking all day, but I have a challenge for you. Look at some events that are happening around you, whether they're social events, whether they're webinars. Make a point to put at least one in your calendar and show up for it. We have some amazing virtual networking events. So even if you can't get out or don't want to get out, you can always show up to a virtual networking event with the Black Entrepreneurs Network. At these events, they are designed for you to have the opportunity to introduce yourself, but also to learn about others and create those conversations. Don't forget, networking isn't always about you. It's about listening, it's about connecting, but most importantly, it's about the follow-up. Want more information about how to follow up? Have questions about how to network or anything else in this video? Post your questions down below. So those top 3 reasons where you're struggling that you're going to tackle today, you're going to actually put your plan in place, review your business and see where there's some loopholes that need to be addressed. You're going to start listening more. And of course, you're going to start connecting with people at networking events. You're going to realize that networking is marketing. And when you start listening and when you start connecting, people are going to discover how amazing you and your business are, and they can't help but to become your customer, your client, and tell all their friends. Have feedback or questions about this episode? Want to share a success story or a struggle? Post it down below in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. If you'd like to be featured in an upcoming episode or sponsor one, be sure to email me at info@theblackentrepreneursnetwork.com. As always, the show is brought to you in partnership with Relationship Entertainment Television. Check out their full line of positive and engaging, entertaining programming designed just for you. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so to their YouTube channel and hit the bell while you're there so you can be notified when new episodes of Entrepreneur Insider premiere. But also check out RETV on their website and download their Roku app. Until next time, don't forget to be great. Peace.
Tune in to Millionaire Man Cave, only on Relationship Entertainment Television, Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
This is Tyron
and Nicole with your weekly RATV news break. Each Thursday at 12 noon Eastern, we'll come to you with the latest news, trends, and more with a positive spin.
We know there's a lot of positive news that doesn't get reported, but we want to give you the opportunity to share your story here on RATV. If you have a positive news story you want us to share, you can submit your story to news@re-tv.net.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Relationship Entertainment Television YouTube channel. Download the new RATV Live app on your mobile device and follow Relationship Entertainment Television on your favorite social media platform.
Don't forget, make sure you tune into the RATV News Break each Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, be blessed and be great.
Welcome to What's Going On? My name is Demita Joe. Each Wednesday, you can find me here at 3 p.m. I'll be over here discussing different things that are going on and try to bring you a boost of positivity for your week because we all need this. We're going to share some feel-good stories. We might find a hometown hero. We may take a look at some trending topic. And sometimes we might even find a lesson in a not-so-warm and fuzzy story if we can. I'm Demita Joe, and I'll see you guys on the next episode right here on What's Going On?
Hey, it's your girl Tia Robertson. I'm the host of Entrepreneur Insider. Right here on RATV every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern for entrepreneurs and news that you need to know about. See you there.